So welcome everyone to our financial services segment and part of our Expo today. My name is Ashwin, Program Manager for our financial services and health verticals. All right, everyone, just take your seats. We finally fixed the issues. So yes, as I was saying, very nice to meet everyone. My name is Ashwin, the Program Manager for our financial services and health verticals here at Plug and Play APAC. So thank you very much for taking the time to join us. I won't bore you with too many details. I think everybody's had a long day so far. So I'll get started with the first section, where we're going to have an incredible trend report by Vincent from our ventures team. Vincent?
Thanks, Ashwin. So hi, everyone. I'm Vincent. So from Plug and Play APAC team, so venture team covering fintech and insurtech investment activities. So today, I'm just going to give you a quick overview of the fintech startup ecosystem landscape and some of the trends I've observed in the past few months. Right? So with that, I will just start with some of the fintech ecosystem landscape that I have observed. So for those of you who are familiar with the venture capital industries these days, I guess this particular chart won't be new to you. So basically, on the x-axis, we have the date timeline from 2020 and all the way to today, 2023, Q2. And on the y-axis, here is the APAC VC fintech investment activities in terms of deal value and the deal counts. But honestly speaking, if you change these y verticals to global scale or to any other vertical, it's probably around the same. So what we are seeing is that at the beginning of the COVID, we see a downward trending on the startup funding activities, and it shoots up to the peak at 2021, which is the hype of the year, and now it goes down again in 2023. So across the board, we see about 50% to 80% like shrink in terms of like a startup funding activities. It's a little bit depressing, isn't it? But the fact that you are sitting here focusing on the financial industries and in Singapore, I would say that the situation is not that bad because the fintech investment is still the top priority in this region. In fact, in India, like we see 37% of the startup funding is in the fintech vertical, and this number goes up to 40% in the Southeast Asia region. So in terms of Singapore, you will see that more than 50% of the startups are in this region are based in Singapore, right? And followed by Indonesia. And among all these startups in the Southeast Asia region, I would say more than probably close to 60% of them are like early stage. So when we say early stage, that means that the startups haven't even found product market fit or just found their product market fit. And then in terms of the vertical spread, before COVID, Singapore or Southeast Asia is dominated by e-commerce. So in fact, e-commerce is the most invested vertical, and most of the unicorns that we see in this region are e-commerce startups or logistics startups. But post-COVID, we see a huge boom of the number of startups, and fintech now becomes the most invested verticals in this region, and we see a lot more unicorns and a lot more fintech unicorns. So the next, of course, if you talk about the trends, we can never get away from generative AI this year. So a quick overview on the investment landscape. So from 2017, it's only 0.7 billion. And now in last year, 2022, the number goes up to 2.65 billion globally in terms of generative AI investment. So guess how much it is now for the first half of the year of 2023? I guess the roof of this room is not high enough. It's going to be 15 billion just for the first half of the year, right? Even we just talk about APAC alone, this number is about 3 billion. So APAC, first half of the year, the investment in generative AI is 3 billion, which is more than the global total in 2022. But however, this technology is still at a very early stage. More than 70% of the startups in the generative AI technologies, they have either haven't raised their first fund or they have just raised their first fund, like at a seed or pre-seed stage. So in terms of like the geolocation dynamics, of course, China is the lead in terms of generative AI technologies. In fact, starting from the beginning of this year, China has launched as many as 130 plus foundational models. I mean, in Southeast Asia, I'm not saying it's completely zero, but according to my limited knowledge, it's zero at this moment. But most of the fintech generative AI startups in this region, they focus on the application layer. So more specifically, customer support, marketing, and operations. So today later, we will have Intense.ai, Pines.ai, KittyCat, and better data to pitch in this segment. And another billion-dollar question is asked by most of the corporates that, hey, how should I cope with generative AI technology? Should I buy or build? So I split the technology stack into 4 pillars. So the first pillar, of course, is the infrastructure, basically your storage, your cloud infrastructure, right? I didn't even give you a build with solution, so you know where to go. So just go with the tech giants. There's no doubt. The second pillar here is the model. So basically, it's the foundational model. So right, you can build your own foundational model, but unless you can justify the ROI of millions of even billions of dollars investments, most likely I would suggest you just to go with off-the-shelf solutions from the big vendors. The third pillar here, which is the data. This is the pillar I would suggest like both buy and build. So as a corporate, you need to build your in-house data pipeline and observabilities, data security, and data governance models because you need to take care of your own proprietary customer data and transaction data. But of course, I will also suggest you to look at the market data sets that is available and also some of the synthetic data solutions to build more corner cases of your own training data set. And the last pillar here is the applications. This is more like case-by-case scenario, so it depends on your in-house development capabilities and how customized you want a solution to be. You can go with either buy or build with solutions. So lastly, I will just quickly scan through the risks emerged. I will just split the risks into 3 broader baskets. The first one is that when the external parties are using generative technologies against your company, so we are talking about a mass phishing, and a new generation of the malware generated. And when you use generative AI, meaning your own employees are using generative AI, you need to be aware of data leakage and over-reliance on the computer-generated code. Lastly, if you want to build and integrate your own generative AI solutions, you need to be aware of the regulatory shift and as well as some of the hallucinations, biases, and as well as the deception. So the second trend I would like to share is the green finance, and green fintech. So in the interest of time, I'll skip these slides. Basically, we are saying that we are on the urgent needs of deploying green finance capitals into green sustainability projects, right? So in fact, we have globally more than $1 trillion like committed and agreed to sponsor the sustainability projects. But however, we still see a huge gap between the capital providers and the decarbonization solution providers. So for the capital providers, it's hard for them to track the decarbonization progress of the projects they have funded because all the data is available are very limited, and those limited data are through self-reporting mechanism, which is not that reliable and low qualities. So similarly, the question stays in the decarbonization solution providers too. They don't have sufficient high-quality data to justify the investment and more green finance. So that's why green fintechs is an enabler of the green finance disbursements. So in this part of the region, we see most of the green fintech solutions into these 2 segments. One is to focusing on collect more green fintech data, green finance data, tracking and monitor the green impact. And another type of green fintech solution that we see is to facilitate the transactions in terms of like payments, like a green loan disbursement, and marketplaces to do crowdfunding. And Singapore and Hong Kong, of course, the leaders in this particular region from government support, financial institution support, a number of the green fintech startups, and awareness of the communities. And Thailand and Indonesia are another 2 countries in this region that are catching up rapidly. So lastly, I'll just touch a little bit on the ongoing development of the tech infrastructure. First one, of course, is the blockchain. Of course, we see like a crypto winter in the B2C use cases. However, the government and the corporate-led initiatives in this blockchain era still remain strong. So we see like a lot more payments and decentralized identity solutions, and of course we see RegTech solutions too, right? So here that we see the solutions that the startup I'm going to pitch today is Insidic and D3 Labs. And lastly, the API-first architecture and data management capabilities. This is for the new AI strategy that each corporates want to deploy. Because traditionally, we see a waterfall flow from data collected from various sources goes through like a different workflow automation and then fed to the AI decision-making process. But these days, it's actually getting more complicated. Every single pair of the components here, they're having a bi-direction relationships. So the data management capability, including data pipeline, storage, governance, and also observabilities, ensures a successful AI strategy. And API-first architecture ensures you that to manage all these chaotic relationships and make sure that your company has a forward-compatible IT infrastructure. So the startups are going to pitch in these sections, Starfish Digitals, and the Rider Dom, Rabbit, Badge, and Better Data 2. Sorry, just now I think I missed the one startups that are going to pitch today in the green finance segments, which is Kumi Analytics, and we will welcome all these startups on the stage soon. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Vincent. All right, so now we're going to enter the best part, obviously, of these sessions, the startup pitches. So just a quick reminder to everybody, especially the startups, each pitch is 3 minutes, and you hear a bell at the end. All right? So first up, we have Starfish Digital. So please welcome Patrick. Which is the button? Green. The green one for next. The green. Yeah.
Hi, everyone. The business of cash has changed. In just the last 15 years, the number of banking relationships companies bank with has increased by 50%. And the velocity of cash has greatly increased. Because of real-time payments and real-time collections, what we experience in our personal lives of paying contactless payments is now rolling over into the B2B space. So what's the problem? The problem is that even with all the advances that we've had, the connectivity and the exchange of data for companies is still very cumbersome. Every bank has its own configuration, security. Every company has its own application, workflows. And even the traditional solutions that exist today are still essentially batch processes on business day, and T+1 or T+2. And the complexity of APIs is just exponentially compounding the problem. So this is what Starfish Digital solves. We're a market infrastructure to automate the exchange of real-time financial data with security and standardization. We solve it in 2 ways. Through our platform, we'll connect you to all of your banks with our adapters and standardize the information. And we will also provide an adapter to seamlessly integrate all that information into your corporate applications. So what does that universe of business look like? So this is a high-level view that in the space of corporates, the types of applications and the types of businesses they're running. From accounting to ERPs to treasury software, we seek to become the rails to pump the data into all of these use cases and drive the intelligence and use cases of the future. Because multi-bank connectivity is all about the connections provide you the information for you to drive that intelligence, to create automation, better decision-making, better visibility. This is the progress that we've made in just 1 year. So headquartered in Singapore, across all of South Asia, we've been driving our banking ecosystem with the number of connections into banks and activating them with our customers. We have announced our partnership with Standard Chartered Bank and are working on several others. And with the corporate applications, they have made a decision that they'd rather partner than build for the digital rails of the future. So we are partners with Oracle, Kyriba, and Microsoft, and more. So what are we looking for? We're always looking for investors, but we're looking for corporates. If you value real-time information, if you're a payment provider, an e-wallet, a marketplace, think of Starfish Digital. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Patrick. So next up, we have Deep from Agilix Insurance.
Hi guys, Deep from Agilix, the founder and CEO. We build software for insurance distribution modernization. Now, a lot of people think that COVID played a major role in digitalization. It's true. I mean, even in the InsurTech also, you see there's a huge amount of money going into InsurTech. Of course, it's coming down now as per Vincent's slide. But still, it's a massive growth which has happened. And it is continuing to grow for next 10 years as was many business reports. But if you compare this with the overall insurance market, it's just too small. In 2021, it was less than 1%. And if it continue grows for next 10 years also, it will be less than 2.5% of the overall market. What that means is that you can't use the new age insurtechs, nothing bad with that, to replace the entire market, which is the traditional players. So what we thought is that we need to do something to enable the existing players, and that's what the Agilex is trying to do. There's a huge amount of moving players in this particular industry, right? There are software needed at every level. You need at the insurer or reinsurer level, you need at the intermediaries level, as well as the self-servicing kind of thing. A lot of this thing will happen. We will do a lot of this stuff also, but at this point of time, our focus is on the middle layer, the intermediaries. Within the intermediaries also, we started with the brokers, because the commercial insurance industry is touching $1 trillion in this by end of this year. And I don't think we are even investing probably few % of that revenue into this industry to make it. So we think we can make a huge impact in this. So the first software which we have created is an ERP application for commercial insurance brokers, which allows them to digitalize their end-to-end operations from the sales, marketing, documentation, till the accounting, very specialized, focusing on commercial insurance brokers. The second software which we build is for the retail insurance. This is where they are enabling the existing players to do this whole digitalization stuff. Insurtechs are kind of given, but a lot of traditional players, they are like, how do I do this website or app or this or that? This platform actually allows them to do multiple channels from a single system. So far, we have been working, in last 3 years, we have worked with 16 different customers. Majority of them are brokers, as that is our first target segment. Recently, we expanded to Philippines as well. We got our first customer in Philippines, which is a pretty huge broker in there. So the recent customers are the big ones. Earlier one were a bit smaller ones, roughly 400K ARR at this point of time. And it's getting more and more exciting. A lot of things are in the pipeline. We're hoping to hit 10 million by 2026. We grew 4 times this year in terms of revenue. Pretty high, no churn, pretty long customer lifetime value, pretty good business financially as well. As a team, we have more than 80 years of experience at the founders level. We learned our skills while working with a company called Baltec. In their previous life when they were small players. 8 years working with Baltec. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Can we have a round of applause for Deep? All right, next up, we have June from Goals Mapper.
Hi, so my name is June from Goals Mapper. So today we'll be talking about financial planning for consumer, how you can actually use Goals Mapper to plan better for your clients. So our target audience is currently the financial practitioners as well as financial institutions. Okay, so for all of you to start to think about, have you ever experienced the following? When you meet with financial practitioners yourself out there, they will start to tell you things like, oh, there's a new product launch for retirement, for coverage. You need X amount of coverage based on statistics. And very interestingly, a lot of advisors that I've met out there, they told me, June, we need 10 times annual income for coverage. But how assured are you is this statistics really for me? Maybe for yourself, maybe 20 times also not enough because each of us is different. Okay, so how much do you need during retirement? So what we are looking at based on Oliver Wyman research survey, due to changing consumer behavior, we are actually demand for more superior customer experience, right? We do not want to base on statistics to plan. We definitely want more personalized recommendation, customized with our own personal data. And this is our solutions in Goals Mapper. We can address clients' concerns such as, can I achieve my goals? And for financial practitioners themselves, right, they are also confident in their recommendation because they can show you this chart itself, whether their recommendations is suitable for you. Okay, so our competitive advantage, what-if analysis, holistic planning, as well as comprehensive gap analysis. So currently, Goals Mapper, we do have many different modules that we have came out. We have CRM, training schools, gifting, corporate giftings, okay? So we are in this ecosystem for pre-sales, sales, and also post-sales for our clients themselves, okay? So GM Rewards, okay, is something that we came out For any of you here who is looking for corporate giftings, okay, or even for employee benefit giftings, we do work with a lot of merchants to customize your gifts. We also have Money Play School to create content to educate consumer on financial literacy. Academy, Advisors Play School is where this learning platform for financial consultants to learn with world-class practitioners, as well as keynote speakers and subject matter experts that you can engage for your own company wellness talk as well. So data security protections all in place. Okay, this is something that we look into seriously. And we do have our awards. We are proud to be winner in 2021 for Singapore FinTech Festival and media coverage as well. Users from different companies, we do have corporate clients, and our user satisfaction basically improve in overall productivity. We are looking into fundings to grow bigger, and that's all. Thank you so much. If you all want to know more, can look for us at our booth.
Great, thank you very much, June. So next up, we've got Balaz from Rabbit AI.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Balaj. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Rabbit. So, public cloud costs are ballooning. If you use cloud, you know, probably you're not happy with your cost. The reason why I know it very well, because I spent the past 6 years of my life building another company which went on to become the largest Google Cloud integrator outside of the US, and we were responsible for about $1 billion of the current Google Cloud consumptions. So we know how to drive those costs up. What we do now with Rabbit is we are driving those costs down. The problem with optimization, and especially cloud optimization from the one hand, that obviously the vendors like Google, AWS, or Azure, they're not really incentivized to show you what really has to be done in terms of optimization. So integrator companies are usually called in to, and consultants called in to do optimization, help you to understand where you're bleeding money, basically. Long process, painful, expensive, and it's only a snapshot. We've been doing this for the past 2 years as well. It's become, my other company, it's become a really big line item of our business, which we realized we can actually automate. So what we did is that all this knowledge, all this painful process, we put it into Rabbit, into an automated tool that is continuously monitoring and help you to understand where you can actually save money on your cloud and what's the best way of optimize your spend. So currently, what we are looking at is what happened in the past. We are looking at what happened in the past and how to make it better. But the vision, what we have, is that how you can actually have the best outcome from all the cloud providers out there. And we will be helping tomorrow, basically, clients on finding out which cloud is the best, which workloads are the best in which cloud, and what's the most optimized way running them. Currently, this is actually outdated. Since 3 weeks, I sent this data. We are already tracking over $3 million since August per month. We have about $200,000 saving every month for our clients. We have active channel partners for our business development strategy. And then most importantly, we are listed on the Google Cloud Marketplace, which is basically, if you're using Google Cloud, you can just go there, few clicks, and you can use Rabbit. It's fully automated, it's available, and it's free for a month for everybody. And for startups, we have a special package so you can start to use and make the most out of your clouds for the cheapest option. Thank you. This is all. If you want to know more, happy to answer and get you guys on the platform.
Thank you very much. Next up, we have Uzair from Better Data.
Hello, I am Uzair, co-founder and CEO of Better Data. I have a PhD in privacy engineering, where I ethically hacked the Ethereum blockchain. My co-founder, Kevin, was previously at IBM. We are a seed stage company based in Singapore, and with live customers across APAC, we are interested in meeting data professionals and teams. Our mission is to connect companies who have data with companies who want to use that data and build a more responsible data ecosystem globally. Today, I will show you how we do that. As of now, we have more than 130 privacy laws in the world, and over $4 billion have been issued in fines since 2018. Because of all these regulations, majority of customer data a company has is typically locked away, and the remaining data that can be used has to go through many approvals that can take a long time. Better data unlocks 100% of your data while making it super easy to share. Let's see how. Real data belongs to real customers, and privacy laws apply. This can be input to our platform that provides 3 base AI models for training. After training, we can generate synthetic data together with an audit report. As synthetic data is artificially generated, it does not belong to real customers anymore, and privacy laws are no longer necessary. You can now share your data instantly without worrying about fines and requiring explicit user consent. And finally, the synthetic customer data can be used in your downstream applications as a substitute to real data. Speaking of that, one of our case study with Shanghai Pudong Development Bank is published in the IEEE conference and is publicly accessible. In another use case, we helped the HR department of a company to share their employee data with their data science team for building a machine learning model, something they were not able to do so previously. We are working closely with regulators as well as universities in the region to ensure our technology is fully compliant with the local as well as global privacy laws. This figure shows global interest in synthetic data for the last 3 months, and you can see APAC makes the top 4. And to conclude, privacy laws are increasing, and companies must protect their customer data. And Better Data has the only automated and scalable solution in APAC region. You can go to this website for a full product overview, and if you're interested to find out more, let's chat. I will be at table 15. Thank you.
Thank you, Zara. Next up, we have Partha from Pints AI.
Hello, everyone. We're actually fresh from the SFF over here, where we won the SFF's AI in Finance Global Challenge, and specifically to solve the problem of productivity in financial workplaces. We all know this particular feeling, right? Like just too much information. Like we are bombarded with information from all sides, and processing that information becomes a challenge at any given point of time. Now, this information has a cost to it. It's about 7% of the global GDP. Now, experts in this room and outside, investors, startup founders like me, we all know that Gen AI can actually solve this productivity loss and actually reclaim as much as 40% across the value chain in our organizations. But to do that, we cannot redact information from AI. We need to trust AI completely with our data, but there are challenges over there. So people fall in 2 camps. You either fine-tune an existing model, which still works on the premise of your data and their AI. You still don't have control over the AI model itself. Or if you have the resources, you can actually ring-fence the AI and the data environment and invest billions of dollars in creating your own foundation model. But there's a third alternative where we come in, which is basically Pints as a significantly enhanced model, which is trained on proprietary data and works in a plug-and-play environment. It's an AI model and productivity widgets all built together. How does this really work? First is we've reimagined how LLMs itself work. So aside from looking at AI as just LLMs, we've looked at AI as foundational layers built on top of LLM, which acts as a force multiplier over the LLM itself. This entire framework is deployed on your servers, on your infrastructure, on-premise. And it works with your data by being your AI. The plug-and-play aspect that I spoke about, these are the productivity widgets. What simply happens is it connects into all your databases, and you have these widgets to choose from. There are widgets to help you look within the organization, in your past data. There are widgets where you can connect directly to APIs outside and bring outside data in and start generating insights. So right from day one, your sales team, your research desk, your compliance and legal teams can start benefiting from this. Whenever we do generate a response, we pinpoint where it actually came from in clear detailed citations. Our clients are in insurance, research, and KYC AML, and we are solving multiple problems for them, right from sales enablement, research, all the way to pattern recognition. We have two models. For large enterprise, we deploy on-prem, and this is where our custom enterprise clients are. And we have recently launched in alpha phase our cost-effective SME model as well. We're tracking about $10,000 in terms of MRR right now, and we're looking to close next year at about 1.1 million in ARR. Especially like a reasonable part of our seed round will go into developing vernacular capabilities and making the model more resource efficient. That's Calvin and I. We handle the build and run side of Pints. Between us, we've been founders in the past, and along with our team over here, we are convincing financial institutions across to own their AI. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Partha. Next up, we have Vincent from BizBaz.
Hello, a very good afternoon. My name is Vincent. I'm one of the founders of BizBaz. Thank you for having me. Basically, in a nutshell, we allow you to know your customers a lot better so that you can make better credit decisions. We do that by fundamentally changing the way we look at credit risk. We look at credit risk as a willingness of a person to repay, not just the capability to repay. We use AI, data analytics, behavioral science, anthropological science, alternate data to create data-rich environments in which you can make better credit decisions. Consider this. Sorry, what's your name? Hosan? Hosan. Two Hosans walk into a bank. Hosan 1 and Hosan 2 both make $5,000 a month, both have one mortgage, both have 3 credit cards that he pays on time. All things being equal, both Hosans have the same credit score. However, with technology, in fact, with our technology, we can find out a lot more about Hosan. We could find out that Hosan 1 is very hardworking, he's always in LinkedIn, always on Zoho, he's mentally stable, he's emotionally stable, and on social media, everybody seems to like him. Conversely, we could find out that Hosan 2 is a bit of a playboy. He has 5 to 6 girlfriends outside, he's mentally, emotionally unavailable, and worst of all, on social media, there's 100 people shouting, please return me my money. Now, both Hosans have the exact same credit score. Why? There's something broken. Basically, we use a wide variety of data from telco all the way to voice analytics for your psychometrics in order to create predictive AI and analytics in order to help you make better credit decisions. This is an example of how a scorecard using data footprint will look like and how we can use that to then predict your loan default probability. Having a full profile of a person allows you to make much better credit decisions. Consider this. Any of you have lent money to a friend before? Fantastic. When is your own money on the line, do you ask for your friend's credit score, or you're lending it based because you know he's an honest guy? Right. One of our more unique models is our voice-based risk assessment model. We basically analyze by listening to 30, 40 seconds of your voice. We're able to predict your loan default probability with a 72% accuracy. If you want to know how, my booth is there. Please come and find me. We basically analyze your physiological biomarkers. And this is a new data source that we exploit to onboard, especially the unbanked and underbanked. Consider this. A farmer, he has no transactional data. How do you onboard him? We are one of the best ways available. Our results speak for ourselves. We're in about 20 financial institutions right now. Across the board, we have managed to help improve system risk performance to 82 to 93%, and we've managed to reduce bad debt by as much as 50%. These are some of our use cases. We onboard a lot of farmers for Indonesia and Thailand, a lot of micro merchants for Pakistan and Bangladesh. And with other use cases, HR is using us as well as health. Thank you very much, and I have a booth down there. Anything you want to look for me, more than happy. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Vincent. Next up, I'd like to invite Manuel from Intent AI.
Hi, everyone. Hi, my name is Manuel. I'm the CEO co-founder of Intent AI. So we're very much in the generative AI space, just like Pints AI. But yeah, you heard Vincent saying there's the $15 billion of investment in the generative AI. We haven't seen that yet, Vincent. But we're waiting, we're waiting. Okay, so our clients, we're actually working with several clients, mostly on the larger side of them. And just to give you an example of what we do, this is one of our first cases. So we've been working with one of the leading Asian insurance companies. This is how their bot looked like before we start working with them. Look at those chatbot ratings. 1 in a scale of 1 to 5, 5 being the best, 1 being the worst. So it was actually not doing very well. After we worked with them, chatbot ratings are now consistently at 4.3, sometimes 4.5. Look at also the unique users, it's a more than triple. So in the chatbot space, this is actually quite remarkable. In terms of overall results, we managed to reduce the errors by 80%, and sales leads are up by 400%. So obviously, the whole world is now going through a big revolution. It's all about generative AI. We're very much smack in the middle of that. So we're addressing a lot of the challenges that enterprises face in this space. And just like Pines AI, we also have this solution where you essentially able to reference the answer, not just in terms of the content, but also where you can find that. So this is incredibly useful for call centers, especially for internal operations. So already seeing the significant productivity gains, despite the fact that it's only been 3 weeks into it. The other one is an engagement bot for equity trading. So it's essentially, it's able to understand your orders in natural language, in English, in Chinese. It's also able to take all that investment research, summarize it, and report it back to you. It works in social media, social messaging platforms like WhatsApp, WeChat, Facebook Messenger, so on and so forth. Right? So what makes this different? A lot of it has to do with the training, and the way that we train the bots. We have a few tools that allow you to essentially go over this whole process of putting bots together very, very quickly. So that's it. Sounds like I made it in less than 3 minutes. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Manuel. Next up, we have Cedric from Avo Asia.
Hi, everyone. This is Cedric. I'm the founder of Avo Asia. So Avo was founded a little under 4 years back to tackle some of these problems in the space of conversational AI, like telemarketing. So this is an AI voice bot tailored to assist businesses to simplify the routine, not just in customer support tasks, but it also helps in boosting revenue by consistently conducting marketing calls. So let's have a listen to how our AI sounds like. Oh. Right, okay, I'll play it later. So our Ivo has a few distinctive features. We have the dual AI machine learning capability, active and passive. We have the most advanced speech-to-text recognition, meaning from the hello to the question to the response into the database back to the reply is all within a split second, which is perceived as instantaneous to the human brain, right? So among many other features. So these are some of the use cases. So we have a lead generation call, cold call, survey call, brand awareness. We have reminder call for payment, for appointment. And we have 24/7 customer support. These are some of the industries that can actually use our solutions. Sorry, I'm trying to pull out the audio. So just give me a minute. Now, I don't think I need to go through this. Many of the founders before, they actually went through the AI, Gen AI space. So anyway, it's a huge space to be in. Since our launch in Ivo, 3 over years back, we have achieved 2,000 over bots deployed, made 20 over million calls. We are currently, as of now, we are in 4 countries, and we did 2 million AR last year. So let me just play the sample because it will just explain everything. Just a minute. Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, this is Emma. I hope this call finds you well. Can I have a few minutes of your time?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. I'm calling on behalf of Prudential. Our company launched an endowment plan which helps to multiply your savings returns. Have you heard about it?
Not really.
This plan enhances your current portfolio by giving you higher returns. Just to check, do you have regular savings?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good to know. In that case, can I arrange for an appointment with a consultant to assist you with enhancing your current savings?
Okay, so the lady in the audio is the AI. Anyway, my booth is also below. So if you have any questions, feel free to come by. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Cedric. All right, next up, we have Sheng Liang from Insightic.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Sheng Liang from Insightic, CEO. I'm also the research fellow from the Asian Institute of Digital Finance, National University of Singapore. We are bringing an AI agent-enabled compliance assessment for digital asset innovations that we serve regulators and the governments and central banks. So we know digital assets grows very fast. It comes at a high cost that we see the events, the non-compliant events, the FTX hacking. So it's the major pain points in compliance assessment in digital assets that we are a lack of expertise. You really require regulatory understanding, financial background, and in-depth knowledge of blockchain and Web3. That comes to the case that if we want to evaluate as the digital asset service provider for 2 years, they may run away to another jurisdiction and do regulatory arbitrage. While our clients require tech-driven compliance solutions that they can serve about hundreds of digital asset service providers applying their financial licenses. So VR is building a lot of essential building blocks, spans over from large language model, graph analytics, where we do research on, machine learning for fraud detections, federated learning for privacy preserve, AI model training, and software compliance. But these are essential building blocks integrated into the assessment platform that we are letting regulators to know how to use these essential building blocks in assess a digital asset service. That we start with the regulatory authority, work with them, and we use the regulatory force to go through the exchange, digital asset service provider, financial institutions. We have been incubated under MAS grant from AIDF, and also we have signed MOU research collaboration agreement with Abu Dhabi Global Market, Qatar Financial Center, Northern Trust as our FI partners. Recently, we have done a demo with Central Bank of Italy during Singapore FinTech Festivals. And to be saying that we are using their regulatory force or the building up the standard in the ecosystem so that we can serve more financial institutions within the jurisdiction. These are the recent attraction we have been obtained. We are also having a panel discussion in Abu Dhabi Finance Week end of this month. We write a white paper together with regulators to do marketing. Our team not only have a government university support, we have world-leading research with 300 publications. This is the third startup I'm doing. We have done a lot of traction by winning 6 awards in a row this year. I found this startup is Prof. He Bingsheng. He's currently Vice Dean of Research from School Computing, expert in computer system, database, graph, and federated learning. And we also have a lot of advisors from traditional finance and industry level AI. We are facing a 1 million funding gap. Our revenue period is a bit long, but it's worth the investment because the regulator and the central bank help us to open up the market by serving their financial institutions. That's all. Thank you very much. And we have a booth there. Happy to talk to you.
Thank you very much, Sheng Liang. Next up, we have Jason from Badge.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jason Sen. I'm based here in Singapore. I work for this amazing company called Badge, which we just started in April. No one scanned this yet. OK, we'll come back to this. Hopefully, you'll be motivated to do this in a second. But the big macro here is there is a new medium in your customers' wallets, in their pockets and their phones, which is the digital wallet. Google and Apple have given us distribution globally with a wallet solution that people are using daily for tickets, events, benefits. And these membership and activities that you find in your wallet are also related to payments, redemption, and overall customer experience. In the past, we've asked people to build websites. We've asked people to build apps. You've invested in a lot of this targeting technology, optimization technology. But what's really broken with customer engagement and client engagement is just the engagement. It's not relevant enough. Look at your email marketing campaigns and your reach with email. Look at your SMS usage. The only time I get SMS is when I have to put a bank code in. It's not very personal. People are putting their driver's license, their most precious things in their digital wallets right now. and we enable that to happen quickly. We have a pass builder as part of our software offering. We're also able to market and push messages based on geo-related events or actions. And then also we're able to integrate easily with the multiple products you guys have been talking about tonight, which is exciting. Very easy to build, WYSIWYG driven. Also, one click to add on the user's side as well. So within one interaction, you can actually have a wallet and a medium to communicate with someone in a whole new, more engaging way. What we're also seeing is that we're helping brands cut costs. We're helping them alleviate things like plastic and traditional forms of marketing, tangible marketing, and eventually, and also grow revenue and grow reach as they deploy these new solutions and ways of engaging. It's codeless. We're working with people around employee interactions. So this is an example from Barclays. It's a travel pass for a traveler, as well as Carrefour. We just signed them and deployed. They have 100 million loyalty members. And they're using us for redemption and transaction with customers. We're building to Apple, Google, and Samsung wallets. We're invested by Plug and Play, QED, Infinity, and Daphne, and have some really exciting client wins here, but also in the sports space, and moving aggressively into banking and technology. Proven team. I'm ex-Google, and also sold a company, Google, that became Google Analytics. So we have pedigree, and we have reach, and we're going to market right now. Hope to be talking to you soon.
Thank you very much, Jason. Right on time. So next up, we have Desmond from Kitty Cat.
Hi, you're looking to, you're vast an Irishman who's nearly 60 to do something in 3 minutes, so it's going to be tough. Okay, so we're Kitty Cat, we're a visual solutions company. This is what we do, stuff like this. So basically, we're a tech-enabled visual solutions company. We are not a software company, right? So we produce visuals like this for our clients, right around the world, from fixed to stop motions, to chocolates, to drinks. Sorry, there was another one there. But what we also do is we use AI. So what we use is a combination of humans, as well as the AI that's outside there, as well as training our own models. We like to say we're AI jockeys. We're not AI people, because there's a lot of people investing in AI. So for example, if this works with one of these images, we produce this number of images. So we're producing consumable digital assets, which clients need for social channels, but also for A/B testing, so that they get the best from their thing. So here's another example of what we did here. So I'll just move on. So this is for another brand that you might know. So to produce, these were all produced from one image from what we did. This was a bed in our office. So we produced all these different images so that they can use them in different markets, different places, different demographics. A breast pump inside here. I have 4 kids. I know what this is like. With many different models. So basically, look, it's very simple. Great visuals sell more. It's simple. I don't have to go in. Poor content also kills you, right? The visuals model is broken. Right? This is, if you want to do a visual shoot, whether it's for your own, even if you're a bank, this is what it takes. This is the length of time. This is how hard it is. Right? Our model is basically, you book a shoot with us, you send us your products, you can supervise virtually if you want. We basically create your own Shutterstock or Getty's image, because you buy the images as you use them. Basically, yes, so you go onto your own platform like this. They're designed for performance. We use visual listening. We have to see how we design this properly, etc. Here is some stop motions that we've done. And basically, this is how it works. You prepare. We do a first capture. If you already have the videos or already have your images, we'll take them, we multiply them, we deliver, and we learn and grow. So basically, just to give you an idea, this is our revenue model. We focus on e-commerce aggregators, as well as platforms such as Shopline, Shopback, to bring their clients to us. And we also work with mid-sized brands. These are some of the brands that we've worked with. And this is what we've achieved in the 14 months that we're up. And I nearly did it.
Right on time. Thank you very much, Desmond. All right, next up we have Yaniv from Riderdome.
Hi everyone. So I'm Yaniv. I'm the VP Engineering of Riderdome. I'm originally a physicist, but a few years ago I went bad and moved to AI. And for the last couple of years I've been with Riderdome. So what we do is we develop a holistic solution for safety systems for bikes. We focus on fleets and OEM. We are a B2B company. The market is a huge market by fleets and also bikes in general. There are about 800 fatalities a day, and we're trying to reduce this number and save the companies that work with us a lot of money on both accidents and maintenance and costs of repairs. The idea is that if you look at vehicles, at cars, at four-wheelers, we saw that ADAS caused a reduction in accidents. There are varying researches, but numbers go between 10 to 15% to 30%. We are doing the same thing for motorcycles. And right now, motorcycles is one of the biggest untapped automotive opportunities. Motorcycles are completely left behind. While we're starting to have smart cars, we see that we have the ADAS, we have a lot of very neat and very sophisticated interfaces for four-wheelers. Bikes are completely left behind and they have nothing. We are the world's first complete safety solution for motorcycle fleets and OEM powered by, and we are powered by AI. What we offer is a combination of both safety solution and a smart bike. We can turn, working with an OEM, we can turn the bike into a smart bike, and working with the fleet, we can give them both the safety solution and the fleet management, as well as a safety profile, so they can see everything that goes on in the fleet. So our product includes the actual safety system, which is located on the car, on the bike. We detect most of the common hazards a motorcycle may face. And in addition, we have the complementary product, which is Fleet Management Portal and Rider app, which allows both the fleet managers and the rider to completely control the bike. And in the case of OEMs, the biker can also turn off the bike, and a lot of neat features that turn the bike into a smart one. One of the biggest advantages we have is the simplicity. We use just 2 cameras from AliExpress. No sensors, no nothing. You buy the 2 cameras from AliExpress in $6 each. You take our processing unit and you're on. It's completely plug and play, 2 USB cables, as simple as you go. These are numbers from real customers. We see a significant reduction in alerts and incidents once the system is installed. We already have a lot of customers. We're working with all of those companies. We're also in different stages with various OEMs. Right now, we're looking for investment in order to grow. So thanks, everyone. I'll be around if anyone want to talk.
Thank you very much, Yaniv. So our second last startup for the day is Kumi Analytics. So let's have Clinton come up.
Hello, I'm Clinton Libby, co-founder and managing director of Kumi Analytics. $57 trillion in assets under management right now are committed to achieving net zero, but they're facing major challenges. Current methodologies out there are antiquated, developed over 20 years ago, and have very limited accuracy and transparency. On top of that, there's significant timelines in order to get a project off the ground and to realize monetization. Now, what we've done, I'm just going to go back. What the Task Force on Scaling Voluntary Carbon Offsets has stated that we need to increase carbon offsets by 15x by 2030 in order to meet our 1.5 degrees Celsius target, but you have all these challenges. Now, what Kumi Analytics has done is we've leveraging technology by integrating all of the satellite imagery data sets together with machine learning models and have from the very beginning of a project all the way through the end, the long-term monitoring and reporting enable organizations to go to monetization significantly faster. What typically takes 3 years, we do in 3 months. We do it at a fraction of the cost, and we measure every quarter square meter of a project versus less than 1% of projects with the other methodologies. On top of that, we support all of these UN Sustainable Development Goals. Now, this is a large market, and it's growing rapidly. It's expected to hit $50 billion by 2030, of which we're focused on 20% of that on the project development, monitoring, measuring, and reporting and verification functions. We stand alone in that we're the only company that has a standard based on our technology, and we also utilize the highest quality data sets and have the highest performance in terms of accuracy on carbon projects. So why us? A little bit about me. I've been in the satellite industry for about 30 years. I've done everything that you can do in satellite data. I worked at large organizations like Google and the mapping teams and leadership roles. My co-founder, Mong Swan, has a PhD in application of neural networks. She's actually over 90% of the cell phones leverage her technology. We actually build our own algorithms to process this. We're reaching cash flow positive this year and looking at a 500% revenue growth with fantastic partners and customers. Our go-to-market strategy, nature-based solutions, 10-year recurring project timelines, and typically anywhere from 100K and up on the sales. We have a very strong pipeline of milestones scheduled, both from product as well as market activities and expanding our team globally. We're currently raising $3.5 million in equity to deliver on our existing pipeline, as well as do a joint marketing campaign with Google. They're enabling their global sales force to sell our tool and capture additional markets. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Clinton. And for our last startup today, we have Boost Capital. So I'll please invite up Gordon.
Hi there. I'm Gordon, and I co-founded Boost Capital. Boost is a white-labeled tech platform that allows banks to onboard clients in minutes without an app download, totally through chat-based platforms that you use every day like WhatsApp, Telegram, and Facebook Messenger. Boost has enabled over 1 million applications and over 10 million in loans through our licensed bank partners. We're partnered with a regional bank, a regional digital wallet, and a number of banks and insurance companies across the region. We built Boost Platform to be the smoothest, automated onboarding process for bank clients anytime and anywhere. We gather all the information a banker or insurer needs to approve a loan, savings, or insurance products. The result, massive reach in new clients for our partners. We are right now enabling SME loans and individual loans, both collateralized and uncollateralized, savings accounts, and insurance accounts. Boost operates completely in chat, and this is really important. Our tech sits on top of the chat channel. Clients are already taking pictures and chatting, sending pitch stuff to friends and family. So there's no barrier to entry for them to use this new channel. And here's a secret insight we learned in building Boost. Chat offers the widest channel for banks and insurers to find new clients. For instance, in the Philippines, Boost reaches 100% of smartphones, whereas bank apps only work for the 1% of clients that download them. As a result, clients are happier because chat application is more convenient, saves them time. In fact, 99% of our clients using a white label platform say, my next loan will be digital. And banks are happy to have a more inclusive way to meet their customers. Here's how we onboard loans that meet the bank's criteria using their products and their rules. We also onboard savings customers, and we also onboard insurance customers. We have great case studies from banks using Boost and showing in their first year, we can do 4x to 9x return on investment. All of our bank partners have recontracted Boost for additional time period based on the new client channel that we're able to enable for them. We're easy to launch. We have a dedicated client success teams that work intensively with our partners as they're launching to help them to scale. And we have simple integrations. So our last partner was able to launch 19 days after contracting, which is almost unheard of from a tech partnership point of view. We're pay-as-you-go with $1 per digital application with a one-time customization fee to white label to our partner's brand and our partner's products. We're scaling partners right now. Right now we're in Singapore, Cambodia, and the Philippines, and contracting partners in Thailand, India, and Indonesia, and generally across Southeast Asia. For products, we're enabling loans, financial education, and savings, and we just launched insurance this quarter. And for partners, we're working with microfinance banks, digital wallets, large commercial banks, insurance companies, and payment gateways. That's a quick example of Boost. We'd love to work with you today. Launch Boost, way more customers, high return on investment, easy to launch. If you're interested to know more, please get in touch. Thanks for listening today.
All right, can we have a huge round of applause for all the startup founders that have come here today? All right, so that concludes our financial services segment for today. If you're interested in engaging with any of the startups or would like to talk more about what we're doing in the space, you can scan the QR code or get in touch with Manav. So with that, I'll hand over to Manav to take us through the health segment of this afternoon.